Well, a little different in the snow. Kind of wish I'd have brought my sunglasses. This snow's a bit blinding, and it's unfortunate because you can't really. I mean, that's obviously an ore bucket, but forgotten purpose. Cool building. Again, I've been here before, but it's different when you got snow on it. So I'm not upset. This building here, Ramshorn Mine, built in 1882, perhaps one of the most intriguing sights on Bay Horse is this stone structure known locally as Wells Fargo Building. What you get into? Hey, come on. Yeah, I did all this 2 years ago and feel like it's redundant. But I remember this roof was super cool. Well, I need to figure out what I'm doing. I didn't really plan on all of this going back up this direction. There are some hot springs that are about an hour away. An hour is like, it's out of my way. But, I'm in the area. An hour seems pretty close. It's interesting to me to go back to these ghost towns kind of, a couple years later and see the digression, I guess I should say. Sad too. Well, let's get a move on.
In half a mile, turn right onto Garnet Range Road. Take the next right onto Garnet Range Road. Continue on Garnet Range Road for 7 miles.
All right. It's the Ghost Town Byway. Garnet National Winter Recreation Trail. I don't know what this is. I've been on this before. I stumbled upon it with my grandfather. It was absolutely extraordinary. So I'm going back. But this is about what we're looking at here. We're gonna be riding down through. It's actually some cool stuff here, but Garnet is what I'm after. 1865, there was a gold strike at Bear Creek. 1883, the Pacific Railroad came through here. Huh. 1895, Garnet was founded, but it was under the name of Mitchell. Bearmouth Road. This road here was completed in 1896. I can't wait to get into it. Ghost town structures. Come on, Abs. Hop on out. Pretty sweet. Time's definitely gotten the best of these. That's cool. Well, I didn't get a chance to go very far. There's a building there, building here, buildings on this side. Quite a few buildings. Come on, you can get out. Come on. Come on. I do kind of wonder if I've been led to this town instead of Garnet, because Garnet is where, these are on the way. This is Garnet Backcountry Byway. No, I can't help but wonder, like, this was somebody's home. You think about the home that you're in right now, you know, 200, 150 years from now. And this is what you're going to, you know, if you abandon it and it just, like, somebody lived here. Somebody's children ran around in this field here. Somebody's dad worked this mine right up here. You know, it's pretty crazy when you think about, I drove my truck up here and it put a hurting on my truck, but for someone with a horse and buggy and whatnot. Like, geez, you know, I think about, like, we think, man, life was probably so much easier back then. I don't know. I mean, can you imagine what a winter is without something like this? You know, without like their houses probably weren't even solid. You know, it's this is a harsh, and then to go to work every day and work in a mine and just work your fingers to the bone. I don't know. Like, I mean, today has our problems, but you know, yesterday's problems pretty astounding. So when you think it's like an easy life and you'd like to go back to, I don't know if that's how it is. I think maybe your location has a lot to do with it. And this is not a very nice, hospitable location. Listen, I'm having a hard time here because I'm trying to film this and go through, and I just saw this building. There's another one behind it. This is soaking wet. Wow. Listen, if you guys love ghost towns, this is super cool. I mean, truly, you can see their stove. Like, this is amazing. Look at that roof. This is the ghost town of Coloma, I think is what it is. I got another building up here. The thing is, there's two ghost towns here, and for some reason, oh wow, we got it. Wow, there's a lot of buildings here. Wow. I mean, this is like an entire township. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. All on this hillside. So I'm not going to run up to these, but how cool. And I think I'm at the almost at the end, I guess you'd say, to this Coloma. I'm probably screwing that up. I'm almost at the end of this ghost town because I'm coming up on this extraordinary view. Let me get back down here and I'll show you. I gotta go in here. Wow. So this might have been their bed. Ah, how freaking cool. And this thing's pretty tight. I mean, but you still, you know, that could cause wreak a lot of havoc. I'm sure they fill those in. So there's no trespassing here, which I'm going to respect that. But this road seems as if it continues on. It is deteriorating, but it continues on. I'm content parked right there, especially with this view. So this was a house too. I can see the ruins here. And man, can you imagine? I mean, that is extraordinary. Wow. Let's check out a couple of these buildings. Look at the foundation on this thing. That'll be there for a long time, folks. Long time. These were super hardy people to live up here. I don't know what elevation I'm at, but I'm gonna guess that I'm somewhere around 75, 8,500. I don't quite see them. They sure are making a lot of racket. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm assuming they're in this tree. Wow. So this absolutely goes on back some more. What an extraordinary place. You guys, I haven't even gotten to the whole reason I came to this town, Garnet. And this may come on through. Oh, it doesn't get any better than this. Look at this. Garnet is one of Montana's most intact ghost towns. Here it is, folks. Absolutely extraordinary. There are a ton of buildings here. Super sweet. Got this little pamphlet. And inside it tells you, excuse me, all the buildings are numbered. And I'm sitting on what I assume is 17. So we can go over to 17. And 17, the Bill Hebner cabin was built in 1949 and now serves as a staff office. Do not enter. Hebner and his son rebuilt the Mussing Broad Mill and planned to live in this cabin, but never did. Anyway, it's neat because there's a little story about every one of these buildings. This right here was a general store constructed in 1897. H.M. Stringhands General Store. Originally, it was called Adams and Shipler Grocery. Samuel Adams operated the store until 1900s, and then Stringham bought it. That was a grocery. Really intriguing, this one. Oh, look at that piano on there. So this one is number 2. Kelly Saloon, 2-story frame building constructed before 1898. The owner at the time was Robert Moore, and it was called the Bob Moore Saloon. October 1898, Kelly purchased it. I'm going in. Wow. Oh, look at that bar and that mantle. Oh man. See, this is the best part about this town. There's there's so much history here. They preserved it all. It's Look at the wallpaper. Probably can't see that. I'm just stand in front of it. Shit. Wow. Can you imagine playing cards in this back room? I didn't get to go in this building before. There's the view outside the window. Oh yeah. See, I didn't get to go in any of this stuff. There's a backpack. I'm assuming that's what that is. You need to chill out. Look at that stove. I love all the furniture. All the bottles. Look at all these cool, super cool. And these skis. Washing machine. Somebody went to work. I don't know if that's a work. I guess that's a work shoe. Somebody went to work every day in that shoe. It's just, to me, is super awesome. This looks like some kind of, what, are you scared to go in? My dog don't want to come in here. I can't see a single thing in here. I almost brought a flashlight. I kind of wished I had. I just really, I can't see anything. But it is definitely rock and brick, and it's pretty nice. I would assume that this is a freezer, possibly. There's a heater. This was J.K. Wells Hotel. So, funky smell, like of something burnt. Nice room. Think about all the people that came through here. Look at that mirror. Creepy mirror. Check that crazy old bed. Poor miners walked up. Oh, this is okay. So this is a common place for miners that can't afford rooms. Poor miners walked up the stairs past private, well-papered rooms and soft beds to the top floor. There they stretched out on their bedrolls. Wow. Look at that. The 1x2s that are still nailed on the floor are all that remain of the simple plank walls that sectioned off each man's rented space. This floor was heated only by the warm air that filtered up from the floor below. Wow. Cool. Well, this would be the poor miners. You know, it's interesting to me because the miner was probably the hardest worker around here. Blacksmith or the miner, I would say. Look at this sled. Oh, that is awesome. There's a cot. Well, you know, you'd have heat coming through here. And generally the heat comes up. So look at that. I know that one of these buildings up here is a jail. This is not it. But I'll still go in here. Folks, when you come here, I mean, we're at a decent elevation. There's some walking. There's some uphill. Just know that. Look at this. That's rather interesting. Outhouse. This one. I assume one's for the boys and one's for the girls, since it's a school. Oh man, how? This is awesome. Look at this. I wonder why it's spelled like that. Ouch. Quadrilateral. Man, these are really nice books. Algebra, our world today and yesterday. Very sweet. You know, I don't know who famous may have come from this town, but I will say that I'm certain that there was quite a few young individuals that budded from this very room that had a profound effect on the future. I'm sure that there are at least a few. Huh. All right. Miss Ralston, Miss Ryan, Jerry, Hurd, Miss McDonald. Yeah. Miss Brown, Miss Anderson, Miss Collins. Activity room, I guess. 2 activity rooms, maybe a coat room, who knows. I'm coming. This one is pretty daggone intact. We are about through these buildings. There's probably 7 or 8 more that I have not been into, but like this one's really super cool. This is a blacksmith over here. I want to go in that building, and I'm going to go in this building. There's another outhouse, and then I'm going to fly the drone up here if I can, if it's possible. I gotta ask. No rent for newlyweds. That's pretty neat. I guess you get the theme. There's building after building after building after building. They really are. There's a bunch. Go in the blacksmith. This is one of my favorite buildings. I think about this every time I come here, just all the noise that would be happening, and this, you know, the smells and the smoke and the horses and just the bustling everything. To me, that is just, I mean, I'd love to go back to that time just to get a glimpse. Okay, maybe the one over there is, this is the livery. Two floors. Okay, so this is, excuse me, this one's the blacksmith. Something Davy. Can't remember his name, Davy. Something Davy. Stage driver and a gentleman. Billy Liberty. Frank Davy. That's the name I remembered. And this might have been one of my favorite buildings at the time. I like all the tools. And this was actually one of my favorite tools of all, is this huge fire bellow. So there's a hoe. And there's some other implements of destruction. There is a rake someone has made. And this is some kind of, I don't know what kind of apparatus that is. I believe that's a yoke for oxen. I could be wrong. Drill press, I'm certain about that. Legit wagon wheel. Very freaking cool. I could have spent the entire day at this ghost town. With so many buildings to explore and all the relics, the history that backs the place, the ability to maintain its intimacy, Garnet Ghost Town is a very special place. If you plan to visit, I would allow yourself at least 3 hours. Pack yourself a lunch, make a full day of it, and fully engulf yourself in this town. It's an extraordinary place, and one you must put on your bucket list, as this ghost town is unlike any other. I just stopped going down the road. You want to get out? Okay. I stopped because, you know, everybody has what they like. I get it. But this is the forest I like. It's been a beautiful drive. I left Garnet Ghost Town, and I've just been taking this road excuse me, towards 90, so I will end up going all the way through the Garnet Backcountry Byway, but I just wanted to stop and take some of this in because this is absolutely wow. This is the town of Beartown. Well, there's nothing left of it, but it's along the byway here, and I'm assuming it was all in here. Evidently there were as many as 2,000 men that ran around here and mined together in 1866. 1870, the town, the boom dried up, and then there was no more. So you know how that goes, everybody skedaddled. But I don't think that those are part of the town at all. It's just a scenic spot. There's another this guy on this storyboard over here, some one-armed shorty or something like that. Let's see. This guy fell into his own fireplace. A miner known as Shorty made local history. This is the guy. Get over here. Made local history when he drunkenly stumbled into his own fireplace and burnt his arm. Mitchell sawed off Shorty's arm and then joined his patient in an all-night poker game. Whoa. Wow, whiskey proof. This guy had his own, hold on. Shorty fell into a fireplace, his own fireplace, and then somebody came from another town Dr. Armistead from his Deer Lodge home to offer medical help to the Beartown miners. This time, Mitchell sawed off Shorty's arm and then joined his patient in an all-night poker party. Whiskey proved a powerful anesthetic for Shorty. Apparently, the liquor also clouded Mitchell's thinking. In the morning, the doctor took off with Shorty's arm, intending to save it for dissection. Somewhere along the way, he lost the arm. Man, finally got through that story. On we go. Well, I've been driving down this road. It's called Rock Creek Road. I think I'm probably 10, 11 miles in. It's been fisherman after fisherman after fisherman in this beautiful creek, river, whatever it is. But I came across this and I couldn't help but I couldn't pass this up. I got to walk across this thing. This is awesome. Wow. Just beautiful. Look at this. My dog doesn't seem scathed at all. Me, on the other hand, this is a bit unnerving. Every step is... Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, she's already over. And it didn't bother her one bit. But it sure is moving a lot with me. Wow. I was trying to find a place that I could set up camp and, you know, chill out for a couple days. I don't want to be like I'm driving too much. You know, I'm out here, I want to enjoy it a little bit and not necessarily just do all this nothing but driving. So that's what I was trying to find, a place along this creek that'd be sufficient for the both of us. A little bit of room, a little bit of water, kind of low, so we're getting some heat. We're not getting frozen out at night. This is shaping up to be a good thing, but for right now we haven't found anything. The campsites, we only passed 2 designated campsites and they are not what we look for. I gotta flip open a tent, you see, and camp right there. And so you park off the side of the road and you walk back 40-30 yards or so and you set up your tent, which I have a ground tent, but I didn't really anticipate all that. It's just a lot of stuff to pack. What a beautiful river. Montana. Extraordinary. Every syllable of it.